welcome back to the garden. So if you love everything gardening with a tropical twist, then you're in the right place, because we aim to upload 2 to 3 times a week. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to go ahead and show you 2 different types of laurel. This is the common laurel. The Latin name is Prunus raceus, which is actually one of the first names I ever learnt within Latin in horticulture. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of cuttings off this, and then we're going to show you the accuba japonica, so that's a spotted laurel. I'm going to show you some shown results off that, which I took a few months ago. So when it comes to taking cuttings, what you call hardwood cuttings, you've got new growth and you've got old growth. The old growth is much woodier, where it comes onto the new growth is obviously a lot greener. What we want to be doing is we want to be actually aiming to put it into the old wood. Now the old wood, and see if we can get a better picture there. Okay, so I've actually took off that much, and the old wood goes to around about here on the plant, and that's where it breaks off. Just there, and that's where you get the new growth. My cut is going to be just above, into the green, but just above a leaf node, just there. So what you want to be aiming to do is take it back to a leaf node here. So this is where all the hormone sits, and that's within the plant, and that's on every leaf node. So we've got on every little bit, every single one is where the hormone sits. Now I'm a real believer in not actually using hormone rooting powder for a lot of different things. I actually believe that the plants have enough hormone in them to root without any aid. The only things we need to do is put them into an environment just to give them that better start, because in nature these will grow when, you know, the birds drop them through the seeds and things like that. So I really believe in trying to get a style of gardening which comes away from artificial propagation and things like that. So I don't really use vermiculite and perlite and hormone rooting powder, and I know that's controversial, but I will show you the results. Now before I do any cuttings or any pruning, it's really important that you sterilise your secateurs or pruners, or maybe it's just a good excuse to have a bottle of gin in the greenhouse, but this is a really good way of sterilising your secateurs, just a little bit of alcohol. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that off at the leaf node just underneath. We're going to take all the lower leaves off. You're looking between 6 and 9 inches long, what we call the perfect cutting. I'm just going to take that off at another leaf node. I'm going to cut the top 2 leaves in half. This just helps with moisture retention, because you're going to lose a lot. And that is it. And I'm going to show you how to house these for the rest of the winter period and spring. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put some multi-purpose compost in here. You can use garden soil. The only thing with multi-purpose compost is it's got about 6 weeks worth, 4 to 6 weeks worth of nutrients in, which isn't always the best for seeds and cuttings. However, I've had quite decent results recently with just multi-purpose. So all we're going to simply do with these is pop them in on the edge. I'm going to get a couple of sticks. I'm going to get a couple of canes and show you how just to make a small propagator. I'm going to go ahead and put the zip tie bag on, or the clear bag. Now the secret to this and the aftercare is actually sealing this bag. Now what you want to do is keep the moisture inside, and the best way I can do it is actually with a couple of cable ties. You can do it with anything, some wire or some string, but I think this tends to work really well. Now you want all the moisture to run down the bag and back into the pot. If you don't seal it, all what's going to happen is it will run down the bag and come out, and your cuttings will dry out much quicker. And that is it for those. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you my spotted laurel now. So check these out, guys. This is actually from a vlog I did back in September. This was just a quick how-to, and they've actually done really, really well. You can leave these in the pots till springtime. I'm actually going to go ahead, take them out for you now and show you what the progress is at the moment, and then we're going to go ahead and get 1 or 2 of these planted up. Now these were done exactly the same way as the method I've just shown you. Now these have got a brilliant root system on, look how strong those are. I'm going to go ahead and pot these up. The idea being for these is these are going to go in my tropical style garden, super hardy. I'm actually going to have a mini hedge form, keep it to around 3 foot, and then have a couple of bananas kind of in between. It's a theme that I picked up over in Volcano Bay in Orlando, and it looks amazing, so I'm gonna have that around the greenhouse. So a bit of protection for the greenhouse, and it just gives it a bit more of a tropical feel over in this side of the garden. I'm gonna go ahead, pot these up now into like a little 9cm pot, and this is going to stay in the greenhouse. I'm going to start hardening off. These are going to go back onto the windowsill, so those common laurels are going to go and join it on the windowsill. That's where it will create that atmosphere, get nice and warm, and hopefully get some roots on those. They are actually destined for a couple of small topiary plants that I want to do with laurel, which is quite unusual. So if you made it to the end, thank you very much, and thank you very much for all your support. I really do appreciate it. Lots more coming up on the channel, but until next time, I'll see you in the garden. Take care, guys.